As a kid, you asked a lot of questions. To be specific, you asked a lot of whys. Why do I have to wake up early? Why do I have to go to this place you call school? Why shouldn't I play as much as I want? Why shouldn't I run as fast as my instincts tell me to? I want to play in the sand. Why is it bad? I do not like my teachers. Why should I respect them? We cried every day on our way to school. We cried every time they forced us into the concrete walls they called home. Our tiny lives were terrorized by the word inside. But whenever you asked why, you were always given the same answers. Just do as you're told, you understand when you grow up. Or maybe they lie. They say it's good for you. They say it will make you smarter. Other times they say it will make you strong and healthy. We accepted that as kids because we thought the adults were free. We thought they came and went as they pleased. At least that's what it looked like to us. And we looked forward to it. We couldn't wait to grow up. But then we grew up and damn, we're still not free. So what was the point of following the rules if we end up here regardless? All of a sudden we wish to be kids again. At least then we could afford to be free. In retrospect, we realized that our routines as kids were not to make us smarter or stronger or even healthier. They were there to groom us so as adults we were used to our cage. But some of us never stopped asking why. We never grew up, the cage only grew smaller. We still wonder why our time is controlled by tasks we care nothing about. We wonder why we must toil day and night to access the bare necessities of life, but the birds seem to be free. We never stopped asking why. You can argue that all this work and toiling is necessary for our survival as a species. It does have its moments, honestly. People dare to serve you food in the restaurant. There is always someone to drive you around the city. You don't need to farm. Someone else does it for you. I mean, you could eat meat without getting your hands stained with blood. All you have to do is provide some currency. The more currency, the more access you have to things. You don't have to break a sweat. Everything is delivered directly to you. You can complain if it's 5 minutes late or if the food is not up to your taste. In a way, the currency makes you king. And how can you hate a system if you're king? On the other side of things, someone has to wake up every day and cook for you. They are not doing it out of passion. It's just another stream of income, a means to survival. Another spends his time driving random strangers around. He doesn't love his job. Actually, he hates it. Sometimes these strangers are mean to him. They say vile things to him and they get away with it because they hold currency. And currency makes you king. Quite the system it is. Whoever bears the currency can be king. It's why every store must be stocked. Every restaurant must have food in it. Animals are slaughtered in their millions. Crops and vegetables are modified to suit our insatiable needs. All because the consumer is king. The currency made him king. The earth and its resources are not enough. The king demands our time. So every day we must wake up and do things we detest because the king has needs. How can you hate a system if you are king? But the question should be, what kind of king has to be a slave for 6 days so he can be king on the seventh? That's no king. That's an impostor. For 5 days of the week, you are consumed by the system. And then for a day or two, you take the little currency you've earned and then you prance around acting like you are king. So now you defend the system with passion because you really truly think you are king, but you are not. Your mantle is borrowed, your currency is short. Soon you will run out and then you'll be back as slave fuel to be consumed by the system. And there lies the trick that keeps the brutal system afloat. It pretends that it could easily be you. We've had a little taste of it, so our ego tells us we are not that different from the kings. It's all hard work, and if only we can work hard enough, or maybe work smart enough, then we'll be just like them. We'll be billionaires ourselves, and then we'll be free to consume as much as we want. Maybe destroy the earth as much as they do. But the truth is, we'll never be them. They are the two kings, the true consumers of this world, and they'll only be consumed after they have consumed the earth itself. But we at the bottom, we little consumers want to be. We are the fuel that keeps the machine alive. We are also the consumed. Our lives are consumed in tandem with the earth. Keep in mind, there are countless lives behind every mineral resource squandered, behind every tree fallen, every body of water corrupted. Countless lives. But I guess it's just civilization. The question is, to those who see, what will you do about it? Thank you for watching up to this point. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And leave a comment that has the word king in it so I know you're one of the elite. And I'll be seeing you next week.